Here we go. Welcome to the third episode.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Got all the water here.
My name is Jack. Oh,
Somebody's thirsty.
My name is Jack.
I'm Caden.
That's Caden.
I'm Seth.
That's Seth.
As you.
That's you. Welcome to the third
that?
episode of the Brokast. We got some waters this
Yep.
episode.
Yeah.
You know, some
Big chillin'.
We got some cups that say celebrate. You know.
Very special occasion.
Very special
Okay.
occasion.
Okay. Boy
Yeah,
right
for
here.
a
Boy
very
right here.
special
Boy
day.
right here.
Graduated high school.
Today.
Didn't graduate, but done.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Last day classes, big chillin'.
later.
25-minute exam. All Dunskies.
I say we set off with a toast.
All right.
I agree.
Get in
To
here.
post high school, baby.
Yeah.
That's right.
Good.
The glass stank.
Well,
I'd like to finish mine off first.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna brace myself. I thought you were laughing.
Oh my gosh.
come on.
Come on, bro.
Come on, chug it.
Does that leave me?
Chug it.
Let's go.
That's how we celebrate.
I hit both walls.
I got flakes out here, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ow.
We're
Part
gonna
of
be
the
cleaning
celebrate.
this up, you know.
That was a good one.
That's what we do for views.
Yep.
We do be breaking stuff.
So,
Yum yum.
how's it going, guys? How's this week been? Ian, how's it feel to be out of high school?
Feels great.
Yeah,
Don't have to do any more of that dummy school stuff.
that's right.
Yeah.
Did you do any of the actual dummy school stuff when you were supposed to, or
Dude,
just
I did the dummy school stuff.
Yeah.
Man,
The
scholars.
dummy school stuff.
valedictorian?
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Not even close.
Valedictorian, if you know what I'm saying.
What's the first thing you did when you got out of school? Did you just drive home and sleep, or
Yeah, I got Taco Bell, went home, took a nap. Yeah.
let's
No,
go? That's how we celebrate.
Much different from you know our last day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about it with Jack earlier today, and it was definitely a little weird to see, you know, that because I think we all know some of the like underclassmen from when we were there, and seeing them graduate and just seeing them have that last day, and we missed like the last 3 months.
Yep.
So it was like, all right,
Yep.
Yeah.
Just
That's
finished your
cool.
last exam online.
I don't
you're
know,
like,
and I
Yeah.
was like, and I was
done.
over it already.
Yeah,
you
our
know?
last day was like we just turned in an assignment. I think I worked like all of my last day, and I was
Right.
like, yeah, I just turned in my
in my
last assignments.
pajamas.
It was
Yeah.
funny. I remember in second hour on the last day of school, it was like March 18th. We did not know. It was like a Thursday, right?
No,
Oh,
it was
the
March
13th.
15th. It was 15th. Oh,
It was the 13th,
It was
yep.
because it was Friday the 13th.
It was Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, it was like,
Whenever.
I was in second hour. We were almost done with second hour, and Noah Bach turns to me and he's like, why does this feel like the last day of school?
Oh no!
I blame.
And I was like,
him
yeah,
for
that's
everything.
funny. And I kind of feel it too, but like,
Yeah.
I didn't think it.
Because I
He was
didn't.
a
I wouldn't even call it the last day of school. It was such a crappy day because the day before they're like, "Well, if you don't want to come to school, we aren't gonna make you."
Yeah,
I wish
so
I
like half the
would've.
people
and it's
were
like
there.
no one was there.
didn't-
People
you didn't go
left
to
throughout
school?
the day.
I didn't go to school because I was like depressed about states.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
getting
Oh yeah. You were
canceled.
going to yeah.
Yeah, it was a weird last day. I just sat through my classes, played stuff on my phone.
Clash
I played
of Clans?
Clash of Clans like the entire time. You know.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade it for the world though. That was such an
It
experience.
was such a surreal day, honestly. Because it did, it honestly did feel like a last day. The way we were talking with teachers
Yeah.
were just big chill, and they're like, y'all got 2 weeks, and they weren't giving homework or anything. So.
I remember there were like I remember in like one of my last classes of the day, there were literally like 5 people.
Yeah,
in
that's
there,
what I had. It
and
was like 4 or 5 people.
everybody
that
was
whole day.
just going on their phone.
Yeah,
It's like so boring.
yeah. It was
But-
definitely weird.
I think in Varwig they watched Vine compilations for the last day.
I remember
that's funny.
what was it? Yeah, I only did it because of track after school, which that ended up getting canceled the week later.
Yeah.
The week
And do
after.
you have an in-person graduation set already?
Yeah, we have
Isn't
it
it-
at the football stadium.
Isn't it June 6th?
Oh, you're doing it at the
Let's go.
football stadium?
Full drag graduation? Nope. I
That's
think.
pretty sweet.
Wait,
hope.
is it? Are they having like you bring 2 people or whatever?
I think it's 3.
There's still limitations?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean,
I guess I'm kind of surprised by that. I don't know. I just feel like everyone, just for where we live right now, it's kind of like the mask policy is basically like,
Yeah.
if you've been vaccinated or whatever, you
Yeah.
don't have to wear it, or it's like by discretion of the stores.
It's
so
weird.
Basically,
no
nobody
one wears
it.
masks
Yeah.
anymore.
Because they don't, like, check.
Yeah, no one's going to ask you to pull out your card and prove it or anything. So it's like everyone's been treating it like it's completely gone now. So I'm just kind of surprised that they'd still have that many limitations on probably like 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's all weird because like Ohio, we're just on the border of Michigan and Ohio. So like Michigan, Governor Whitmer, made it so that if you're fully vaccinated, like 2 weeks after, you don't have to wear a mask anymore. And Ohio, they still have the mask rule until I think June
2nd. June 2nd.
Yep. Which I mean, it's fine, but like I just
weird
think
that we're ahead of Ohio for once.
But we have
they're always
worse
ahead
cases.
of us.
Yeah, and the weirdest thing is like I don't know if it's still I don't keep track of the numbers and whatever, but I thought Michigan was like one of the worst states for COVID.
It
like
was
the
definitely
second
for
worst.
a long time. Yeah,
It's the second worst,
So-
I think.
I just thought that was really weird how that correlated, but also I don't think this is my personal opinion. I don't think Governor Whitmer is the best governor.
They failed the capturing of her, the kidnapping.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
That's stupid.
It was like I don't know. That was so weird.
That was weird. I've never heard of somebody trying to
Yeah.
Kidnap
abduct
a
a governor.
Man, I'm just glad people are caring less about this virus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think because
Vaccine.
we all, like, besides just Seth, we stayed home for school this past year.
Well, me and
For-
Caden
yeah,
did.
for restrictions.
And Ian did for
Half
high
the
school.
for half of the year. And
But me and Caden, we were just home doing school the whole year. I mean, Caden went to Bowling Green for a few weeks.
I went for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and then came back. I've just been at home the entire time, just doing all school virtually.
Yeah, even though I went to Saginaw Valley,
It's not
I
what
didn't
you
do
wanted.
anything. I went, but classes were really stupid. There were 13 people, and we were all 6 feet apart.
Right.
We never talked to each
just-
other. There was no interaction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Took all the fun out of it.
Masks everywhere, mask outside.
Yep.
Towards
Distancing.
the end, didn't have to wear a mask outside, and no one did in the first place. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I was there for 2 weeks and went back. It was such a strange
Bless you.
experience because I was there. We had assigned roommates already, and we never even got an email telling us that we'd be separated. So the day I get there, I'm waiting for my roommate, and I find out that I'm going to be in a room by myself. So it's like, I don't know. I'm like, all right, that's fine. I guess I'm cool with having a room by myself, except for they make it so you can't meet new people. So you're not allowed to have your door open and have the fan on, but it's 90-something degrees outside, and you're on like the 4th story. So it's like, it's super, super hot up there, and you can't have a fan on and have your door open. So
Yeah.
everyone has their doors closed, and everyone's hiding out in their rooms. So there's super high restrictions. There's a little computer lab in between the 2 different towers, because the towers had different like sections to it. There was 4 sections, and in the middle of 2 sections there was a little computer lab that was AC. So I'd go in there and work on my homework, whatever.
Oh yeah,
and
you told me about this.
yeah, so there was a group of like 11 people getting followed by the RAs, and it was super tight on restrictions, so people could never hang around in big groups without masks, and the limitation was 10 in the room. And so I was already in there doing my homework. Someone comes in, and then the rest of the group comes in. They all start talking over on the side. I'm even in the corner just doing my homework. Obviously been there for a while. RA walks right in, tells everyone they're getting written up. They need to see IDs. And I'm like, listen, I've been here for like 2 hours now just chilling and doing my homework. And they're like, okay, well, you're not distancing between these people, so we're going to have to write you up.
Yeah.
They didn't care. So I got one of my 3 strikes that you're allowed to get before they sent you home for the entire rest of the semester, which is just ridiculous. And it was just way too strict. So I just decided to come home and save myself money because I was paying to stay in prison basically and do homework, because you weren't allowed to leave, you weren't allowed to do anything, you weren't allowed to make friends. It was ridiculously strict.
I know the vaccine has for sure chilled a lot of people out, especially older people that actually got the vaccine. But
Right.
just to clarify, it's illegal for someone to make you get a vaccine, right? Isn't that illegal?
It's illegal for them to make you take it. But the thing is,
the way that
Are you
Ohio's
talking
doing
about businesses? Like requiring...
But, like,
if you
universities-
don't have it, you can't go?
Yeah.
No, that's
That's-
not illegal.
no.
Because if you look at schools, you have to have
you
your
have to have certain
vaccination
shots.
records,
Right.
Oh,
and you have
yeah.
to present
Be
it to be able
in
to go to
school.
school.
Right, that's true.
But not like businesses
Not
like
general
Target
public.
and Kroger and stuff like that. Which is why I brought it up that I'm kind of excited that, we are taking it a little easier right now because life's starting to feel a little bit normal around here
And
now.
because it's getting towards summer.
Summer,
And it's not as easy
feeling
to
like a
contract.
reset. Like we just skipped, everything. So
outside.
right, going back out to normal. So I'm just kind of hoping it's a normal year. I don't care if what I keep saying is I don't care if you think the vaccine's scary, you're going to turn into a zombie. If you can just prove on a card that you have it, so that means everyone on campus has been vaccinated, so you can do anything, and we have a normal school year, that would make it.
I think once they have like a good percentage of like the students have it, they're gonna be like, all right, you guys can do whatever.
And that's what I'm hoping. I just want a normal year. We missed our senior year and our freshman year, which I think freshman year definitely would have been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But the thing is, now there's going to be 2 groups of freshmen for next year because I won't be able to tell you where campus is and all the stuff to do on campus because I didn't get to do anything,
clue.
and neither did hardly anyone else. So,
yeah.
I mean,
I just think it's so weird the way Ohio's doing it with the vaccine, how they're doing like a lottery type thing.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
How it's like, what was it? If you get the vaccine, if you're like, a college student and you're a resident
of Ohio.
of Ohio, you have a chance of getting, picked for being
Full ride.
full ride to any
scholarships
like
in Ohio.
school. I just think that's kind of weird.
And then they have the normal lottery, which is like $1 million.
Yep.
Just somebody random with the vaccine.
It seems a little.
It's good
weird.
incentive, but it sucks.
Suspicious.
A little sus.
Yeah.
Sus.
My managers told us all to get it. I got paid for getting my shots.
You got paid.
Yeah, they just gave you a couple hours at work because I guess that was supposed to be incentive, but I already had it done by then. And as soon as I went to the office and they like checked it in to like proof, get the dates and everything and see my card, they were like, "Oh, you should enter in the Ohio raffle or whatever it is for the I believe it's called Vax-A-Million." And she was like, "Just sign up and you can win $1 million." I'm like, "Don't you have to be in Ohio?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, so I can't do it. So I don't know. It was weird, but there's definitely a lot of like prizes and stuff and like celebrities that they're bringing on to get the shots.
Nothing
and stuff.
for Michigan, though.
So yeah,
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
yeah.
But Ian, you had
An eventful Tuesday.
Yeah, you had a couple days ago. I was trying, or Caden wanted to know about it.
Yeah.
I was with him today. But this boy has a story from a few days ago. When his second to last day of school.
I do.
Third to last day of school.
Third to last day of
I do have a
school.
story. So I was thinking of a senior prank because we did a senior prank. It was parking in the teacher's spots, which is just stupid.
That's such a
So we did that,
This is
and
rude.
then
yeah.
It's inconvenient.
Yeah.
just inconvenience. But I wanted to be funny,
Yeah.
so I asked my mom to get like a lot of hot dogs, bun length hot dogs, so they're a little bit longer than normal.
Oh, the 10-inch ones.
Yeah. So me and my friend Joey, we got 2 packs of hot dogs each.
Gotcha.
Put them in our backpacks. And we went to school, and our idea was to put them in random places in the school.
Yeah.
So we did that. We put in like drinking fountains and like urinal and like. Okay, can I show the camera my picture?
Sure.
All right. So this.
But you
one-
did get to do this, right?
Yeah, I did it.
Gotcha.
So.
Go to that middle one.
Yeah, let's focus.
Yeah.
So this is
Also-
the
So is that okay? We're good. All right.
fire extinguisher hot dog. You see this one?
Lovely, dude.
So just the misplaced hot dogs all around
Yeah,
the
just-
school.
Just misplaced hot dogs.
Yeah.
How many?
Like we only
said-
ended up doing like a pack each.
So
But-
like 24 total.
Yeah. No, it was. I think there were 8 packs.
Imagine if
so-
all the seniors did it.
Yeah, imagine
Yeah,
if it's
hot
that'd
dogs
be
everywhere.
funny as
but
hell.
it ended up everybody knew about it.
Smelly.
Oh yeah.
Because in my calculus class, the day before the calculus exam,
Yeah.
I get Deputy Lestock coming into the room, and he says, "Ian Metter, are you in here?" He says, "Grab your stuff and come with me." So
Oh, no.
we're walking down the hallways, and he's like, "What'd you do?" So we were walking. I explained it to him. He was laughing his ass off.
Yeah.
And we went down to Mrs. Schultz's room.
Uh-oh.
And Joey was already down there, and she's like, "What are you guys doing? Do you have any more in your bag?" So we opened our bags. I had like a giant
Just the
freezer
slimy
bag,
packet of
a
hot
freezer bag
dogs.
full of hot dogs. And she was like, "All right,
Busted.
well, Weber's gonna take it easy on this guy, easy on you this time. He's gonna let you walk." And he's
That
gonna
was up in the bait?
yeah, he's gonna give you
Nice.
a penalty haul and 3 hours of community service
What?
for
For hot dogs?
for a hot dog.
There's more food left on the ground after lunch.
I know.
Yeah.
And people TP'd the school and they didn't get any
Yeah.
repercussions.
I wonder who. I
Someone
don't know.
tattled in.
Yeah.
No, nobody thought- I think it might have been Hazel.
Or they just picked it
Well,
up on cameras when they're
it
like,
was
yeah,
who,
it was
who put on
cameras.
who put
Yeah.
hot dogs on the
But yeah,
signature or whatever.
hot dogs were funny.
I
but
hope that one was left somewhere in like a ceiling tile and it rots and it just stinks. And they're like, "What was this?"
No, I
And
left
it's
one.
real
In,
nice
I left
and
one in one of the
good.
classrooms. Overnight,
Did you really?
And it was nasty.
Was
But-
it your classroom? Like, did you have the? Oh,
What? How far did you make it in the day? Was this like your
It was-
last hour? Or?
It was my second to last hour.
Dang, almost made it.
I had an exam the next hour.
So did
but-
you end up having to actually go to penalty hall?
Yeah, I did it the same day. And every teacher or administrator that we run into, they know about it and they just laugh. But it's only freaking Weber that he's upset about
Yeah.
it. Dude,
He has to be upset about it though.
no, he,
But
it's just a
why?
hot dog.
it's
Yeah,
like
but why?
it's like what you said that you both got 8 or so.
It's
so
we didn't even-
16.
16
Not
hot
even-
dogs.
not
But
even
if he
16.
doesn't, then he's just encouraging people.
Well, no,
to do
but
it.
That's
yeah,
true.
but like
3 hours of community service. What is
yeah,
that
but
about?
like,
What is
can't
that
you
about?
like play it off a little bit? Like,
Dude,
okay,
it's a senior prank.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, we have a couple days left at school. I mean, come on. Make it a little bit enjoyable.
At the end of the day, they're still not allowed.
Yeah,
No.
but like I've had run-ins with him before. Like not
He seems
getting
like a
in
nice
trouble.
guy, though. I
No,
just-
no.
That's
He
really.
did.
Calves. Oh shoot!
But-
that camera turned off.
They
I think Schultz is the nice one, right?
yeah, Schultz
Yeah,
is the
Because
cool one.
when I jumped over my leg on the lunch table, yeah, I think she was the one that just was like, yeah,
Don't do that.
Don't do
just
that
don't
again.
do it again.
But yeah, back when you remember when they closed the service road?
Oh yeah.
Oh
the
yeah,
gravel-
for a while.
Yeah, my mom sent him a couple emails because that's how we get into the school. We live
Right.
like 15 minutes away.
Yeah, so you come through
And
that
we were like,
back
well,
area.
I had 3 tardies and my teacher gave me a penalty halt because that was closed and the traffic was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we sent him a couple emails. He never even responded.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't know, he's just done stupid stuff. He's like he tried to cancel the cap toss at graduation. He's like, that's a hazard.
For who?
I was like, come on.
For who?
I don't know.
That's weird. The cap toss is something that's really weird that you'd want to get picky on.
Yeah.
Because that's
Yeah.
a really.
He's like, we're just
it's
gonna keep it because
sentimental.
it's tradition. But if it were up to me, we get rid of it.
Maybe I thought he was cooler than he is.
No,
Yeah,
he
I
can't.
don't know. He seemed like a lot more relaxed. When
He's
I
a new
remember him.
principal, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Did
he
you-
might have just had to put on a face. For,
Did you hear what happened at the previous high school that he
No.
did
was
not.
principal of? There were, so he resigned from the high school
Right.
over allegations of something.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So he came to Bedford.
News to me.
It was like
I-
John Glenn High School or something.
We should,
Oh, John Glenn.
I think there were allegations about something, but I think he resigned and then came to our school.
I don't like John Glenn.
But I have to
Or
do
the
my
school.
got to do my hot dog service tomorrow.
yeah, let's go.
So what are they making you do exactly?
I have no idea. I just have to go into the school and probably like clean stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, that camera bugging.
This camera sucks.
So your community service is literally just going to be like sweeping the halls or
Yeah, it's
something.
cleaning and
Community
picking up
service.
garbage and
Clean where the hot dogs were.
That's all they have
Clean
to do
out
is
the
just
hole in the
spray.
fire extinguisher.
Like all of the walls are like a grayish white, but just where you set the hot dog next to is just a bright white.
Dude, that camera bugging. But like, I didn't even make a mess.
That's the thing too. Is I don't understand.
And I
Is
cleaned
it's a
it up.
hot dog
I
and
cleaned
it's
it up.
something that you can pick up and set down and pick up again, and
not
it
like you have
doesn't
to-
do anything. It's not like you
And,
threw
yeah.
eggs up against
and
the
it's
wall.
got a bunch of preservatives, so
It's not like it's
even
gonna
not-
harm you.
Yeah.
No, it's
I mean, it can, but in like,
maybe
It's
if
like
you
if
ate
there's a
like 50
salmonella
of them. Yeah,
But-
and it's raw hot dogs. People eat raw hot dogs.
yeah, people eat
Yeah.
those.
It's not.
The what's his name?
Fastest
hot dog shooter in the Northwest.
Yeah.
Oh, he just
Yeah, so I guess
all
he
out.
doesn't actually eat them, but like, you know.
yeah.
But yeah, I
but he
put-
shoots them.
Still impressive.
For graduation, I plan on handing him a hot dog in like to trade him for my diploma.
No, that's funny. That's funny.
Or I'll
better
just
run
drop
off
it out of my
stage.
pocket, like on the way to him.
Dude, that'd
be funny because if you walk on
that's
stage and it drops out from your like under your graduation gown.
yeah.
Yeah, like put
Just-
it in your underwear and then like shake
Just
your leg.
shake and it falls down.
Put your leg like.
It'd be funny.
It'd be
Just leave a
funny.
hot dog on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was kind of just, I don't know, the vibe today for being a last day? Because I saw people posting pictures in the parking lot before
we had
school,
a
after
senior
school.
sunrise. It was like 6:00 in the morning. We had like a tailgate and like chalk
What?
paint everywhere.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you guys did that.
Yeah.
But like, for classes or anything, it was a little more hype
sad.
or
No.
No, just kind of a regular day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready to be done. I think a lot of people were.
I imagine that's just the
But-
consensus around.
A lot of people were sad. I don't get why people are sad.
Yeah.
It's
It's
that's
kind of
the
just
thing.
like
I mean,
you
it-
peak in high school, I guess.
Yeah.
I get it for like people who are like, oh, I don't want to move on, like, because I mean,
It's a fun time.
yeah, and
Yeah.
you
Kinda.
after high school, you don't see a lot of people just in general,
Yeah.
or you don't see a lot of people you used to like every day.
Yeah. Say goodbye to a lot of people.
Yeah. But also the thing is, and it's like you understand a little bit later on, where it's like most of the time
Bro.
the people you meet
Dude,
in
this
high
camera
school,
sucks.
I heard that.
yeah, it clicked off. But most of the people you meet in high school, you'll be friends with them for a while, but you normally meet like the people who go to your weddings in college and like later on in life.
Yeah.
It's not that you'll never.
I mean, there's a couple that'll stay there. But
Right, and it's like,
Alright, if
we've
this
stayed friends.
If this camera cuts out like one more time in the next like few minutes,
Just leave it
just
be.
let it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just leave it be.
At least we got the cups.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got the cups.
But it's like we've stayed friends even past high school. But I feel like for a lot of it, and that's also really early too to be like as soon as last day of school to start getting all whiny and crabby about it.
You
But
lose.
it's like
It's not really necessarily the friends. You lose a community.
Yeah.
I think
that
that's
is your
part of it.
grade and underclassmen too.
And just that's when I think the hardest part about it is when you're done with high school. It's kind of like playtime's over. Like
Hey,
in
yeah,
Playtime's
it's
over.
big leagues, and if you're not
you know,
ready,
it's
Yeah.
like life's about to hit you in the face. I hope
Yeah.
you
You
had
gotta-
enough fun throughout high school. 'Cause-
Like
Yeah.
you're walked through everything, and now you have to do it on your
yeah,
own.
Yeah.
like that's basically how I thought of it. Is
Yeah.
like
it's like if you're not ready for the parent to stop holding your hand, then it's going to scare you. But if you are, then you're excited.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it just depends on how you look at it.
You know,
You were excited.
I was excited.
I was
You
freaking
were.
excited.
Yeah,
I was until I realized. I think
gotta
I was
stay.
with you. We were building a computer for one of our other friends, and I was like, "Oh, no more. I guess I'm not going on campus."
that's the thing too. Is
Fall.
all of like the colleges kind of baited whether people were going in or not.
Yeah, I
they
think
were
I-
like, well, we'll keep you updated. We'll keep you updated. We'll keep you updated. And like, I got probably like 15 emails about if the campus would stay open, and eventually they just decided to stay open, but
Yeah.
everything else is closed. So they just wanted to get more money out of housing
Yeah.
You.
and
Yeah.
food.
Well, yeah,
'cause
that's yeah.
you couldn't do anything else. There were no clubs, no sports, nothing.
Dum
It's
dum.
just dumb. Like even the football team, they just were allowed to stay in the stadium. That's it.
So I guess it was just big colleges that had to close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine has less than 10K student body. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it definitely is like the ones with big. I mean,
It's because of their name. They want to
Yeah.
look good.
And
Yeah.
and we also have a friend who goes to a smaller school in Ohio as well. And I know he
Yeah.
didn't have any troubles hardly at all with COVID. I remember him telling us he even had like in-person classes
Oh, in
as
Finley?
well. No,
You guys
what's
say
it called?
talking about my boy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I forget where it's. You know where it's called? Like what it's called? Where it's like almost Amish country around him.
Brandon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget where.
Cedarville.
Cedarville. That's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he's an
did-
Amish country.
Yeah,
son.
he's an Amish country. He didn't have to worry about hardly anything COVID, so
Yeah.
which was pretty nice. But
I think it's also kind of smaller too.
yeah,
Cedarville
no, it's
small?
it's a smaller
That's
school.
really
Yeah.
small.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
And
he
it's
said like
also
most of
a-
the people commute anyways too.
and he was talking about how. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of money to go there.
Is it a private college?
Yeah,
Pretty much, yeah.
It's basically a private college.
Honestly, I'm not too sure why he went there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think
I-
it's kind
I-
of his dad.
Yeah.
Because
You
to
think
me,
so?
yeah, to me, over the summer we were running a lot. We were pretty close, and he was like, "Dude, I really want to come to Saginaw and run track with you." And I was like, "Dude, just freaking
Then just do it.
And he was like on the bridge, and he was more leaning towards Saginaw. But then one day he was just like, "Yeah, I got to go to Cedarville." I'm like,
Really?
All right, yeah, I'm
Bro.
pretty sure it's dad, but
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
a Christian college, and Saginaw's
Oh,
anything
yeah.
but Christian,
Right.
So
yeah,
Yeah. That no,
'Cause-
that's definitely it. That's definitely it.
And it's and your parents are always going to try and help you out to go to the best spot. And if they're also paying for
Yeah, if they're
part of the
paying.
college, it's
Oh,
like
it's their
well,
choice.
But
Which
dude,
kind of sucks having money held over your head.
dude,
but-
no, but the college he's going to is so
it's
expensive.
it's expensive.
yeah, it's
but-
like what, 50,000 a year probably.
But he's getting
Like 20,
It's
25
over that.
grand
Yeah.
a semester.
Right.
Holy
it's
crap.
about $45K a year, and he's getting a lot of it paid for. But at the end of the day, it's
Yeah,
still
Ivy
more than
League
what I'm
super.
paying.
Yeah.
Like he's getting a big scholarship because he had like a 3.9 GPA.
Yeah.
Really
And
good
through
SAT,
running as well.
Yeah.
and he's
'Cause-
getting paid for track, and I'm still paying less than him.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm surprised that's where he went as well, because I know he had a lot of eyes on him when we went to track meets. At least from what I saw.
yeah, and
Oh, yeah.
ran worse this year,
Yeah,
but we don't
but
talk about it.
you know, that's it
You win
happens.
some, you lose some.
Right.
Homie's just got to figure out his nutrition.
Yeah.
He keeps burning out. He keeps like
Oh, yeah.
destroying his nervous system. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, chill.
Just got to take it easy.
Yeah. So he's not. I don't think he's gonna do anything until like July.
Which is good though. I think you also need that time off. You don't want to
Yeah.
keep burning yourself out and bottom
don't
out.
get better, really.
Yeah.
All goes off of feeling, man.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be in tune with your body.
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, dude. Yoga, bro. I tell you what.
Yoga. Hot yoga?
No.
Just
Cold
yoga.
yoga.
Just yourself in a mat. That's all you need, bro.
Goat yoga.
Look up freaking.
You seen that?
Yeah. My
Dude.
mom tried to get me to go to that.
My mom for the longest time last year was doing yoga over here. I don't know.
It's like you look up tough ones and you try to do them, and then like it hurts, and you stretch what hurts, and you get better, and then you keep doing it, and then all of a sudden you're doing headstands and stuff. So
There you go.
Does it actually like strengthen you?
I feel like it's a lot of core.
yeah, it's like hardcore planks. Some of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Look up destroyer of the world pose.
Destroyer of the world. Now that sounds pretty sweet.
Oh yeah. It's like some of them. Some
Dude.
of them.
I don't know. Let's just leave
Yeah,
that
it's
camera be.
Sorry, boys. Is that one
Yeah.
still going?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're about to take an intermission in a few minutes anyway. So,
Yeah.
um,
Do we need to take it now?
I mean,
we had 26.
yeah,
30
we're at
minutes.
27. We got a few minutes.
I mean, you got.
So
some-
you guys heard about Joe?
Yeah, I have heard about Joe. All right, I think we should probably take our intermission.
Man, let's.
probably take our intermission here.
All right, just keep them running.
We'll be back.
We'll be back in a few minutes.
We took approximately a 10-minute break, almost exactly, literally exactly.
I think we should come back one of these times shirtless.
Yeah.
Just like we sitting here.
That'd be funny.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Kevin, how's it going?
Is
Good?
it-
Are we good? We good?
Yeah, we're going.
All right. We left off something like high school.
All right, but real quick, did you see that sandwich, Urban Rescue Ranch?
No, dude, I
It
haven't
was
watched
so
his videos
big.
in there.
He made a bagel and egg, and he did a
Yeah.
Karen egg. He did a Karen egg, and it was literally it's the equivalent of a dozen eggs in
Oh
one.
my gosh.
What egg?
The
It's like
super
a,
omelet.
It's like a ostrich type bird.
It's a Rhea.
It's a Rhea. Yeah, they're huge. Anyways,
All right, so high school.
We're gonna
high school,
close this out.
Best
We're-
of high school.
We're all graduated, so we'll close it out with a quick compilation.
So, favorite moments, best of 2020 and 2021.
Best of
Oh, we're doing the last
high
two
school.
years?
Of
The
high
last-
school, yeah.
High school
Oh.
in general.
So anyone got any freshman year stuff first?
I don't remember much
freshman
from
year.
freshman year, to be honest.
I regret a lot of my decisions from freshman year. So, one story that always stuck out to me, I believe freshman year was the year of the Vans. So
Yes!
that's the
Yes!
first thing that comes to mind.
right.
I was
The white van.
I was really into shoes at the
worse.
time. It was so much worse than you'd imagine. My first impression on the new high schoolers not only was getting the nickname Charlie, because I didn't want to tell them my actual name. Like, why would I do that? I don't know why I chose to say Charlie instead of my actual name when they asked me who it was. I don't know why. Listen, don't ask me.
Trying to be
Because
mysterious.
I don't know what was up with that. Yeah, doing a pirate. I don't know.
Yeah.
yeah, critical.
Yeah, critical thing. But anyways, there was a sale going on. And I always have loved Van shoes. I've had Van shoes since I was younger. I had them throughout junior high. And one show that I watched, or movie I watched a lot as a kid, was Toy Story. And
Admired the
he's already got some heat already.
As we talk about
So-
shoe game.
Yeah, so basically, I decided that I was going to buy a pair of Toy Story Vans.
Oh boy.
And not only were they just like a little tribute, it was completely covered in the
aliens.
The claw one, right?
Yeah, LGMs. Yeah, the little green men. It was covered in all of
Claw.
them. Yeah,
The
all of those
claw.
little green men. And
I remember.
I also bought
And I wore it to practice.
Cross country practice.
And on top of it, I bought a flat build hat.
A snapback.
But they have Toy Story 2?
Yeah.
Snapback.
Bro.
Yeah.
It was
And it was
cringiest
the worst thing I've probably ever bought.
Dude,
they're worth a lot now because I didn't hardly ever wear them. I wore them maybe 5 or 10 times. I never wore them after that.
It had that drip, though. It had that drip.
No,
Toy Story drip.
I got there and I was slaughtered to a
dude. I remember everybody was. I remember
dogged on by
I remember making
everybody.
fun of you because of
Yeah.
that.
No.
Trauma.
I do not
was
fondly look back on
only,
that, but
the only
that
thing I remember of that is you coming up and walking on that step thing, and everyone just surrounding you and you're alive.
because there's a step. There's a step that you have to get up. It's probably just about as tall as the table. I walk up, nobody sees it. The first thing they see is that shoe hit the dirt up against all this black mulch, and everyone just dogs on it. It
was so funny.
It was funny looking back on it, but man, in the moment,
Oh, they probably hit you with the what are those?
bro,
Dude.
it was bad. But it's it's a fond memory to look back on, just because it's I don't know. It was just funny to me now, but I don't know.
Because you're in a better place.
Right, I'm in a better.
Yeah.
I'm not there at that moment, but I don't know what was going through fresh. I've you can ask all these guys. I've definitely changed a lot since 8th grade freshman year, but
100%.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going through my. I spent $60 on the shoes and another 20 on the snapback, and
That's
thought
not
that was
bad.
a fit to come into school.
Yeah,
that
but
is a fit,
Toy
I
Story.
wore
though?
it to school. I didn't just wear it to practice. I wore it into school. I walked around the building with that. They had purple bottoms, bro.
Dude, I wore a.
I'll probably pull up a picture or something.
Yeah,
I wore my-
there's a picture of it.
Do you know
somewhere.
my visual shirt with the butt on it?
Oh yeah.
I wore that to school today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No,
Remember your monkey
that
shirt
is so
that you
funny.
wore? I don't know what day that was.
Had an ass on
Tamami's. No, Tamami's class. You wore the.
Oh, the monkey
Probably shouldn't say that.
pajamas.
Yeah, but
I remember freshman year.
I have
I
a
didn't.
picture of you going like this.
Dude, those were so damn tight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Skin
The
suit.
top, not even the top. It was just the bottom. You could see.
Okay, I should try to
everything.
find that picture.
Yeah, it's nasty. But I don't really remember much from freshman year. I was just a cringy kid.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I
is.
think we all
Yeah.
just had our moments.
It was
I-
just normal.
I remember. I just tried to think of something from wrestling. I remember. It wasn't me. It was this other kid named Marcus.
Oh.
So this is I think it was after a practice. So somebody had in the locker room. Somebody put. I don't even know if it was chocolate pudding.
Oh, dude,
That's my boy.
the best moments we can go through our mommy.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Antics. Oh, the girl.
Let him finish.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So it was after a
We won't
practice.
say her name.
It was after a practice. I don't know if there was chocolate pudding on the floor or something.
Bro, I know that was a chocolate pudding.
No, it was something like that, but it
Yeah.
wasn't shit
Yeah.
because
You smell it.
this other kid, I think it was this kid named Cage. He took a picture of this kid named Marcus. He was squatted down in front of this chocolate pudding that looked like it was shooting out of his ass. It was just he sent it as streaks on Snapchat, and then everybody screenshotted it because it was funny as hell, and they got in trouble for it.
Oh, no.
Dude, the picture of Evan, the streaks, him on the treadmill. That one's a classic. You know what I'm talking about?
No,
No.
all right.
I'll go through a quick.
Mommies?
I guess now I'll get to that. So freshman year, I guess, was pretty uneventful. It wasn't
Yeah.
really anything
Yeah.
special about
No.
it. Ran cross country track, nothing special. Sophomore year is when I got my first serious girlfriend, so that kind of really got eventful for me.
That was Candace.
And it's freaking great. And then junior year, more eventful but kind of stressful because I had my hardest classes that year.
Yeah.
And then senior year was an absolute blast.
Yeah.
Senior year was great. Not gonna
The
lie.
classes that were hard were a good kind of hard, and then all the freaking all the other classes were just a blast because I knew a lot of people in there, and
Was mommy your senior year?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
so Ian and I were in the same class last year, pre-calculus with a pretty new teacher.
Yeah.
People think she's hot, but
No.
We don't see
Yeah.
it.
we don't have an opinion.
I don't have
Or indifferent.
Yes, and this dude would always bring his breakfast.
Oh my! No, I would have my lunch in a brown paper sack. Open that bitch up in class. Go through, get my Swiss cake rolls. You know what I'm talking about? Open those up.
The little Debbie's, like in the package, in
Oh, the little brown ones. Yeah.
I would look. The yogurt.
That's all I remember hearing was about the yogurt.
Yeah. But yeah, those were some good feasts in that
And
class.
then you hit him with.
All I remember
And the-
is every single day hearing about your guys' antics in the morning about going into class.
You
guys-
later.
you guys-
I was in later on.
You guys jumping up and hitting your heads
And
with
she-
the
She
snowflakes.
had snowflakes hanging from the ceiling from like previous like homerooms.
Yeah.
So we would always just jump and smack them with our head. We would like
stop it.
We would try to set like a distance.
So weird.
It's so weird, guys. Stop. We would try to set a distance and like long jump hit it with our
Oh
head.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, dude, stop. That's my favorite one. I remember her saying
I
that.
remember, and it killed me every time. Is that because you'd always be
No. My friend named Tom, he was on the swim team. Every hour, he was in that class, and he would just go. And he somehow like did good in that class for falling asleep,
Oh my
taking
goodness.
zero
His eyes
notes.
were always red. And he just
Oh, we got a quiz.
he ace it. 'Cause
But
he's that kind of guy.
The one girl. That one girl.
Yeah, we had a freaking girl in that class, man. Just
Uh-oh.
she would. I don't know if she was late. It doesn't matter. Like she was sick all year long.
She wasn't sick. She just had like a chronic cough.
Yeah.
It wasn't even.
Was
it-
she out of school for most of it?
No.
Oh, there's
she
one that was
had
in our
like
class.
it wasn't a wet cough. It was a dry cough, but it was no. It was that all year.
She'd cough
Every time, like halfway through the year, Seth and I would look at each other and just die laughing every time she did it. And like during tests,
So it'd be dead silent during notes, and you hear.
no, it was,
Because she'd cough the phlegm up, and then she'd have to clear it.
so there was the initial cough, and then, but during tests and like exams, we would like
Yes.
just go. Seth and I would do it back and forth, like
I wonder
repeating.
if she ever noticed. Because we would start to mock her a little. But
And then we just did the classic.
That's what I loved hearing. Every story about you guys would be in this class, and you guys be eating, and then it'd be silent, and you guys just
And then just
Always
sat
making
in-
noise.
We sat right in front of the teacher, right next to each other. And we just had a ball
absolute creeps.
that whole year.
Oh, that's funny.
So funny. Thomas sat next to me. I was right here. Seth was right there. Tommy was right here. He was
Yeah.
just like this the whole year. Never talked really.
It was perfect.
Oh, that's funny.
I
That
thought
was
when you're
one of
gonna,
my favorite classes I've ever had.
start talking about the girl. I know there was one girl throughout high school that just hated noises in general.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
tapped your
Freddy's?
pencil, if you clicked,
That
if
girl?
you snapped,
No.
she would just
was
like
Dude, that's another
freak
one.
out. Like she'd just start like shaking and like stop. Like if you started doing it and it was
Yeah.
like if you tapped,
Well, those are
if you
Yeah,
put your
yeah.
foot, and
Yeah,
it's
I
like it
remember.
was little stuff, and it wouldn't be
Dude.
like it's something going on for minutes. It would just be like, and she'd like flip out on
Dude.
whatever it was.
I remember she was in like one of my history classes, and I was just leaned up against the front of my desk, and I was just like, no, I was just like, I don't know, just messing around with the desk. I was going like that,
Yeah.
and I just like thinking to myself, just zoning out, just thinking about like what I was doing the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And then she just like out of the corner of my eye, I just see like stare at me, and then I like look up, and I was like,
We can talk about FNAF girl. So she
and
there's
Sans and
and-
whatever.
she
So
had
we had for some context, we had the same lunch. Me, Ian, and Caden. We had the same lunch for
I think 2 years in a row.
yeah.
no.
right?
I was only in it for
Oh.
one year.
Oh,
So-
yeah,
so
it was just the
It was
uh,
my sophomore year.
yeah,
yeah.
so it was our junior year, his sophomore year.
Yeah.
And there was this one girl in there.
Had her Chromebook open and headphones
All
on
the way.
every time.
Yeah,
Carried
walk
the Chromebook around, had the headphones in, had a Five Nights at Freddy's plushie,
Yeah.
pajamas on.
And we'd be having Five Nights at Freddy's animations on, so she'd be walking around
Like showing it
like
off.
this, and then she'd like turn and show people, but she'd have headphones on and
Yeah.
walk around.
When she just like She would like yell in the hallways, right?
I don't know.
I don't remember that.
I remember she would show the lunch ladies her Five Nights
Yeah.
at Freddy's videos though.
The sheriff?
I just missed.
Oh, the sheriff! That's a classic. Sorry, Seth, but
Uh-oh.
So it's the same thing in our lunch. There was this kid. We called him the sheriff. There's a reason why he always had like these keys dangling from his jeans.
50 keys.
He put it on the key
for
loop on
no
his jeans.
reason.
On his jeans,
On
and
his
then
belt
he
loop.
always had a leather jacket on,
Shirt
and then
tucked in.
Yeah, he'd always whenever he'd come into the lunchroom, he'd like have it. He'd have his like shirt. He'd always like lift up his jeans, and, like tuck his fat in.
Oh, okay. This wasn't the guy. Because then I remember.
Happy Halloween.
It was probably ninth grade. I saw this guy for the first time ever. Just he was
David.
in like classic 7th grader clothes, and I just noticed his walk. It was like stick up his butt, like it's so straight. Arms weren't moving whatsoever. He was like, and like later on in high school, I see him come in with like True Religion jeans, like the incredibly like. Hood jeans,
right.
sagging like crazy, and then like a gold chain,
Bruh.
skin
What?
tight shirt. I remember seeing that.
What
I'm
high
like,
school can do to you?
It's that dude, and he's like tricked out or whatever.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he still acts the same. It's strange, but I miss the community of like everyone. It's like a community. Like
Yeah.
there's, there's all types of people.
Everybody knows like who's who.
Dude,
you
No,
have
I'm saying-
I mean, they don't know who's who, but they know like who's like in what group or
Yeah.
whatever.
Do you know my name?
No, we don't.
Oh,
we don't,
we're
we
not
don't,
doing-
we
we're not
don't
doing
talk about
that.
that. We don't talk about that.
Just miss all the different groups of people
Yeah.
and like
The cliques.
the variety.
Yes,
Yeah.
there was always something going on.
Yeah,
In
there's
college,
always
there's not much
stuff.
variety. It's all
No.
kind of the same people.
Yeah,
Or everyone trying to be the same person.
yeah,
But
but
you know,
That's a different one.
I don't know. I think my high school experience. I mean, I was just like I was always doing sports pretty much until my senior year. Like freshman year, cross country, then wrestling, then track, and then sophomore year, cross country, wrestling, track. Or I didn't do track because my shoulder kept me from doing track.
3-sport athletes.
Yeah, and then same thing junior year. I mean, I don't know. All I did was other than sports was like I did YouTube, and then I just hung out with these guys, and then I mean, I don't know. I guess I have stories. I just can't think of them right now.
Yeah.
it's crazy because looking back on it, it's like, oh, what happened? But every single time we'd meet up with each other, we couldn't stop talking about all the crap that would happen the day.
yeah.
Like just in the hours before we saw each other. 'Cause
yeah.
it was crazy because we'd always meet up after school and we'd run after school for like an hour or two.
Oh, yeah.
And there was always we couldn't stop talking about in just the 7 hours of school
Yeah.
before. There was so much that would happen.
Those
Yeah.
are the night. Those are the.
You just got to make the best of it, and
Yeah.
I'm glad that we pretty much did. We made the best of high school. Really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
For
that's
sure. For sure.
absolutely. I wouldn't trade it for anything, even the stupid shoes.
Even-
it made
The
it.
goofy boots.
Dude, I remember I just had like a flashback. I remember I think it was like right before freshman year started. We had a cross country meet. It was the one that was it was like the Grizzly one. It was the
one that's on a
4K,
full-
the 4K.
Yeah, on a full race.
I remember we were cooling down. This boy was running with a boy named Ryan, and you remember?
I don't yet. I
Alright,
don't
well,
yet.
Well, we were doing a cool down, and then we passed by this this group of kids. They're just they're just playing music, and then
No.
no. Ryan goes, "Oh, dude, that's my jam," and then this boy goes, "Oh yeah, that's my jelly and my jam."
Wait, that's what I said?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I
It's
didn't.
either
I don't remember
It's
that.
either you or Ryan that said
I
that.
did not say. I have never in my
That
life
sounds like
said
a
that.
Ryan.
It was
I
probably
thought it was
Ryan.
something about. I guess we'll bring. No, I'm not going to. But there was a race. We were running in the backwoods somewhere, and these guys had speakers and they were playing music. And I remember saying something to it. I thought it might have been that.
Oh.
I do. You will never catch me saying that's the jelly to my jam. You have got the wrong guy.
No, I
That's-
think that was Ryan. I think you said that's my jam, and then
Yeah,
he said
it
that.
must
I
have
don't
been the other way around.
know. I just thought that was very, very.
I remember Ryan would always say stuff like that,
Yeah.
and then he'd be like, Why did I say that?
Dude, remember that one night at cross country camp when
Yes. Yeah, I
Ryan
wasn't there.
Oh,
Because they
so-
took you in and I was asleep.
Oh yeah. So we were juniors. We went to this cross country camp thing every year. And then like I think it was the night before. You just
I'm
remember.
gonna say what he said.
Yeah.
No, don't say what he
that's
said.
fine.
We put
Okay.
his name out though. Don't
You only
say
said
that.
the first name.
I
Probably
know.
proud of it.
Go ahead.
Well,
Go ahead.
well, it was like it's kind of like a tradition where the seniors would take like all the younger kids into their cabin.
Because they have a separate cabin.
Yeah, they have a separate cabin, and then we just talk. We just talk, and then we just go around like saying stuff.
Yeah.
One of the questions we go around was like, "What is your fetish?" And then it was just like this guy. He's just like very, I don't know. He's like not really to himself, but he's kind of like you'd think of him as like family friendly.
He's
like,
a straightforward guy.
Yeah.
He's,
and we're just going around in a circle, just all saying like stuff like that. And then I think it was one guy. They were like, I don't know what my fetish is. And then he's like the kid. He's like or the guy. He's like, what? Well, it's just like super easy. It's like, are you into big tits and ass or what?
I wish I was there, dude.
And it's just like everybody was just like,
what?
whoa.
Just right out the gate.
Yeah.
It was no hesitation.
That's not even a fetish though.
No,
I know
it's not.
It's not. It was just like we were all just like so taken aback.
Yeah, I don't know. It was strange, but those nights were always great.
Pretty good. You tell the story of you messing with the girls at cross country camp.
Oh, no, the last night. That was sad.
You got to save
Yes,
that
we got-
one story for the paranormal episode though. The one the really weird night that you told me about.
I don't recall. Continue for scaring the girls.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
We'll go over that later.
All right, Seth, go.
Yeah, since we're on the topic.
So this is the senior year of cross country.
Yeah, it's the last year we were there, and I was like, my Achilles was so messed up from track still. I was not even running. I was just
There.
like,
There.
I was there.
Yeah.
I was just messing with
Yeah.
people so much. And
Yeah.
freaking.
It was the last night. We were all playing it was me, Caden, and me,
Oxer,
Oxer,
and then
and-
it was
another guy.
yeah.
And then it was another group. We're all playing a board game called Catan, which is right over there.
Got it.
So we were just playing that. It's a tradition, pretty much, for cross country camp for like all the seniors or whoever on the last night to stay up the whole night.
Yeah.
And every few minutes, or previously, like on a few like of the nights before, Seth bought a bunch of Starburst, and also you brought something else.
Yeah, I brought my big guns. Because I always wanted to. I had them for like years.
Yeah.
And I was like thinking of like bringing them to camp. And I know I
Yeah.
shouldn't have, but
Yeah.
I did anyway. So they're these, like, everyone knows what little snaps are.
Yeah,
They're
you
little
throw
tiny-
them at the ground. They go.
They
Are they the
explode.
powerful ones?
Yeah, they're the
Yes.
TNT
Oh.
sticks.
Yes,
TNT
they're the big
those are
ones.
loud.
They sound like a gunshot.
Yeah.
They don't sound like a gunshot, but
They're
they're
loud.
pretty dang loud.
Yeah, so
So
I was throwing Starburst at and they were giving us like signals and they're like laughing and stuff and
Yeah.
they're flashing their lights.
yeah, it was, and Seth was just like every few minutes he just opened up the cabin door because like there are just cabins all over.
was
They're
loud,
just
too.
full. They're just full of just bunk beds and,
And they
stuff.
overreact every time.
Yeah, and like across from our cabin was the senior girls. We'd open the door, or Seth would open the door and just
Chuck it.
Chuck
Yeah, Starburst because like they're small, but like I
They're
could
heavy,
just
so you
enough
can-
to the distance where it'd crack on their door.
Yeah,
and be loud.
It sounded like a knock,
And
and they'd open their door and like
yeah,
you know.
I was never planning on throwing the stick of. Yeah,
No.
I wasn't planning on throwing that.
yeah
at
no.
at the door.
But there were freaking raccoons in the trash can.
yes, right in front of
Metal trash
yeah,
cans. mind
right
you.
in front of our cabin.
So for some reason, I just like had like an ape instinct. I'm like, I need to get this thing out of my camp.
Yeah, I remember because my bed was right next to yours. I just saw you. You're like, all right, and you just like quickly
Yeah, 'cause
get
we
up,
heard 'em.
get
Yeah.
up, and then just like open the door.
Boom! And
hits-
like it hit the metal trash can.
And just
Yeah.
so
made it
amplified
such a loud amplified metal
Yeah.
to
The
explosion
resonance.
noise.
And them coons done. They ran
they ran.
away.
He did his job.
Yeah.
I came back in the dorm, and this is what I thought. I was like, I might have to pay for that.
We all he hit it and it was silent when he
And
came
then
back.
we
We
all-
all just looked at each other and we're like, we need to go to bed.
Seth's like everybody pretend like you're asleep.
Yep.
We
come
all
back.
just we all get in our beds. Our coach comes in with everybody else
on the lights.
Yeah, flips on the lights. Everybody comes in. We start doing push-ups.
Yep. Probably the most mad I think I've seen the guy.
Yeah,
I
for sure.
I think it was just because it
pretty
was so
upset.
late.
Yeah,
He's pretty upset.
I think if it was earlier, if it was like 10 o'clock or something like that, like right before
It was like
bed,
2
it
in
would
the
have been
morning.
different. But it was like 2 or 3 in the morning.
I told him the
hilarious.
next morning.
Yeah.
And then he was just like, oh, yeah, we'll talk about that later. And he was like, there's probably going to be repercussions when you get back to the high school, but
Nothing.
no.
Yeah.
That's
But-
just funny.
it was just like I was so scared in that moment.
Yeah.
I was
I've
so
never
scared.
been more intimidated
like-
by that man.
What's gonna happen?
Yeah. Because I don't know.
I'm so glad.
But the
I did
thing
it,
is,
though.
for context, we were having a lot more fun this year just messing with the girls because for some reason, every other year before that it was normal, but they went into tribes. And one of our favorite games...
Well, no. They did it that year as well.
Well, that's what I was saying
They're
for
always
for
going
that
to.
junior
Oh,
year.
yeah.
And all right, what they were doing is we played this game called Polytopia, and there's a bunch of like different tribes, and we played the game, and it was just kind of like iconic to us.
Yeah.
And at lunch, we'd get together, and we'd sit in a long table, we'd push them all together, we'd have one of our friends pray over the meal, and then we all eat
I
together.
love that.
It was great. We had such a good time at meals, and the girls would split up in each one of their corners, and we
like-
started to
yeah.
realize that they had their own little packs, and we called
Yeah.
them tribes. We'd watch them make moves. People
Yeah.
would start drama. They'd take certain tables. We assigned them to different tribes, and we were just having a blast, just people watching.
I remember that.
They were such a good, it was so funny to watch them, and they were just dramatic for no reason. So we were just having so much fun just messing with them, and the seniors were just trying to
I love
get them
that. Was that
together.
the last breakfast where
It was, yep.
put all the tables together, the entire dude
Yeah.
team, and we had our friend Burns.
Yeah.
Because he's the biggest goober ever.
Yeah.
And he's good at running, but he's just like
I don't know.
he's not
so
serious. He has no pride.
It's hard
Yeah.
to take the guy seriously.
So he's like, Father God, I thank, and he's so funny. Yeah. Amen. Yeah. it's funny.
Just, I don't know.
Like
He'd
a
always
Southern
pray over the
preacher.
meals. He did it for every
Yeah.
single time, too. I think we
Yeah.
did push the tables together for just about every
Yeah.
meal. We'd always eat together until we were all done. But if this was the table right in the middle for ours, where it's lined up like this, you'd eat over here. There was tables, the girls would be on
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
opposite
Little
side
islands.
as
Yeah.
far as
Yeah.
away they could get from each other. And they'd all leave at different times. And I don't even remember seeing them doing activities. We played capture the flag,
Yeah.
we played
Yeah.
soccer,
No,
and it'd be like just
a
a couple
little
of the
bit of
senior
them.
girls and maybe a couple freshmen. But other than that,
Anyway.
they would play with each
Anyway.
other.
I wish I would have done cross country just because of all these.
Dude,
camps.
Oh,
It
camp
was
was just
fun. It
camp
was
just
so
was
fun.
amazing.
we didn't get
Dude, remember senior year when you made the girls coach so pissed off over playing soccer?
We played soccer. And so what we do in soccer is it just be back and forth. And I'm not that great at soccer. I'm kind of quick on my feet, just like the rest of us, because we all ran. But the girls cross country coach was, he's a soccer guy. He knows what he's doing. And he'd run around and everyone's like, oh, well, that's no fair. They get the girls coach on their team. And I would run up to him and stop it every single time and get the ball from him.
He got
and
so
he lost his mind. He started yelling and chasing after me
Yeah.
and sprinting after me and trying to kick me and take it from me, and he
Really?
couldn't every single time and started
He
throwing a
would
temper
yell.
tantrum on the field.
I can just see him.
He
yelling.
his face got so red and just kept yelling at me, and I was just laughing. I'm like, dude, it's a game,
It's
and
just like this old pride complex.
yeah, I don't know what was going
comes
on,
up in
and
him.
every single time I just kept taking it from him, and he just kept getting more mad. But it was worth it to me. I guess I kind of mixed that up. Was that senior year?
Yeah, I believe so.
That was the tribes, because I
I
thought
think
you
so.
because
Yeah.
you went to senior one, right?
Yes, it was always I didn't go to.
It was sophomore, because right? Because I remember you being at junior
No,
and senior.
I went there all years. I didn't do the 24-hour run thing.
Yeah, I did that freshman and senior year.
I could tell a story about. Man, I'll tell it real quick. It was sophomore year. We went on that. It was the first run through the freaking.
Oh, the
barn
barn run.
run?
Yeah,
Or the town.
it was
run.
barn run. Yeah,
Barn run.
just like a 6-mile run. That night I had bacon. No, the morning of I had just the worst breakfast ever. It was
remember, yeah.
so much fat, so much heavy food.
The milk, some dairy.
Yeah, bacon. I don't know what was in my head because I know what I should eat before I run. I just figured
It's a buffet. It's
the
there's
oven's hot
bacon
enough-
and there's stuff here. It's
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat that.
the oven's hot enough, I'll burn anything. But
Right.
no, it's not how it works. It was 4 miles in. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. took a dump in the woods.
Yep.
Is that the one where we ran off to the side and we had to wait like 20 minutes?
I don't know.
Because we could hear it rocking in your stomach.
Yes.
I remember that.
It was so
a
heavy.
boulder. It was
so heavy. I lost like 5 pounds.
Yes, because it was like the grass that was like up to like your hips, and you ran past
Yeah.
into the woods.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I don't think I was running with you but I remember hearing about it.
Yeah, I think I was with you. It was me, you, and I think Murphy maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. And like doing that, I felt better because obviously I like lost 6 pounds.
And you felt like you could move again.
But also, like, I got kind of regenerated. So the time that it took for me to do that, I got back up to him like a minute.
back up, yeah.
Sprinted past him.
Yep.
Like, dude, I feel so good.
Dude, I remember you telling me about your
Pain.
chafing at cross country camp.
oh no.
chafing.
From
Like your
swimming?
ass.
Or?
Oh
You'd always
yeah,
complain about your ass chafes at
dude. I don't
cross country camp.
I don't know why, but sometimes my ass just chafes like for a week.
Yeah,
It's-
because
I
no, I know what you mean.
yeah.
And then it was one of the times that happened. It was during cross country camp. It was the whole
It
week.
gets
My
too
ass,
dry.
yeah.
my ass just like.
Dude, while we're talking about ass, I can finally tell my pontoon story.
Oh yeah.
Last one.
Yeah,
All right, last one, then we'll close this out. But
Gotta
okay,
let y'all go.
so we have a pontoon up at the lake, and it has like a shower. You can open up a bench. It pops up. There's like a thing that you can change. Or you
Yeah,
can put a
it's
porta
only
potty.
like a couple feet.
Just
by
a little
couple
changing
feet. It's just
everything.
like it's just like a metal pole that comes up or a metal frame that comes up. It's got a curtain on it.
Yeah. And that Velcro's on the bottom. But we put a porta potty in there.
A small little plastic
And
toilet.
so we were out swimming. We were anchored out
Yeah.
out in the middle of the lake. And,
And
Jack
then-
was like, "Oh,"
I
gotta poop.
Shit.
and so we're like, "There's a porta potty." He said, "All right." So this dude goes in there. He does his business. He peeks his head out. He goes, "It's stuck." So,
Oh no. Y'all probably don't have a plunger on the boat,
no,
do ya?
he gets some. Well, it's just a porta potty. Just like,
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we have like this 5-gallon water bucket. So he tries to wash it down. It doesn't do anything. So he peeks his head and he's like, "Bro, this isn't going down." So I look and I was like,
What happened?
I don't even know how it was stuck.
absolute meatloaf of a turd. But
Impressive.
so we were looking for
stuff.
like something to
Mash it down.
So we found a watercolor paintbrush.
It's like the thinnest
the
paintbrush
thinnest
you
little
can
thing.
find.
So he went in there and poked and prodded until it fell.
I was like scooping it in.
So when he was done, we didn't want to put it on the boat in the trash, so he just chucked it out the side. I think we found it like a couple hours later, floating or something.
I don't remember finding it again.
I watched it float off.
I remember watching it float off. But dude,
Bro.
I had to go so badly.
Shit floated. I didn't know that.
No,
it was
a
brush.
little
Okay.
paintbrush.
Because it's in the art class, you know, where the brush is like super
Yeah, I
thin.
gotcha.
One of those ones.
Yeah, but I had to go.
You
I had to go.
That was a good story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of having to go,
Should be a wrap for that.
that is a
Alright.
wrap for all you guys.
Yeah.
Episode 3 all done.
Yeah.
See you in the next one.
Signing off, baby.
See you guys next week.